Hi guys, thanks for watching out there. Andy here with today's astrology for Thursday the 12th of April 2018. The moon's in Pisces and is there right through today. It actually ends up in Aries by Saturday morning, but the void of course doesn't come in right through until Friday, even on the Pacific coast. So we're in Pisces all day. Emotions tend to be heightened. Well, it's been the case for a day or so now, so hopefully that would be coming to a peak and things are getting a bit easier to deal with, but we are receptive to other people's feelings, so the empathic side of things gets involved. Now we do have an alignment with Chiron coming up in a minute, so that wounded healer thing there, the feeling perhaps some of the deepest hurt when we become retrospective and we think and collect our thoughts towards the end of the moon cycle. We perhaps start wondering, well, is anything ever going to heal that? Could anything possibly ever change that? And this is where the spiritual life is perhaps at its most helpful, because it's the things we don't believe that we can ever heal that start coming right when we follow not necessarily spirituality, not necessarily just astrology, but following our heart and actually trying to find the answers without trying too hard, just by letting things happen. The best things to do with natural healing, energy healing, spiritual healing tend to happen naturally. It's a kind of it's just a coming together of things. It's really quite amazing. So we have the moon in Pisces. Their empathy goes up. We feel more for other people. It's not the easiest time for the body. Rich foods don't go down terribly well. People could possibly drink a bit more than is good for them under a Pisces moon, but that's the way it is anyway. So the moon is in Pisces. As I speak, she's probably, well, let's not say as I speak, because I'm doing this the day before. It's not entirely live. When you're watching this, she will be around 12 to 15% full, I should think, and coming very close to the end of her cycle. We actually move into the next cycle, as it were, when the new moon comes in on the 16th of April, just 4 days away now, and that comes in at 2:57 a.m. UK time, so that is 6:57 p.m, 3 minutes to 7 p.m. Pacific, 3 minutes to 10 p.m. Eastern. On the that's the 15th, the American ones, and on the 16th in UK. That's when the cycle starts again. That's when the energy becomes more powerful. So last night at 4:17 p.m. Pacific, 7:17 p.m. Eastern, and actually this morning here at 12:17 a.m. in UK, right at the start of the day, Venus, who is in 14 degrees Taurus at the moment, formed a semi-square. That's a 45-degree aspect to Chiron, which is in 29 degrees Pisces at the moment. Chiron, the wounded healer, the issues that come up around Chiron have to do with the deepest wounds that we feel in our lives and the efforts that we make in life to address those things. It can seem hopeless, as I was saying, but we do get some lovely energy in around that, because the femininity of Venus, the compassion of Taurus, and there's a lot of compassion in Pisceans as well, all come together in that alignment. And not long after that, 12 hours and a bit after that, at 12:26 p.m. UK time, that is, let me see, 4:26 a.m. Pacific, that's the first thing happening, 7:26 a.m. Eastern, and yes, 12:26 p.m. here in UK, Venus has reached 15 degrees of Taurus, and at that point comes into sextile Neptune, and Neptune's in Pisces at the moment, so the Pisces involvement is still there. The empathy is still flowing nicely in that alignment. Neptune, the ruling planet actually of Pisces, so it all adds up nicely. Inspiration is involved there, dreams, illusions, the psychic, that kind of thing. Now, in terms of dreams and illusions, they are worth thinking about. A lot of people seem to be getting extreme dream experiences at the moment. I said something about that yesterday. I think I'll find myself saying something about that tomorrow as well. I change it every day, of course, but we do get a lot of input coming in from outside. People don't know, is that the spiritual path? Is it the wonders of the human brain? If it is spiritual, what branch of spirituality? Who knows? It doesn't really matter as long as it's coming in. So the thing to do with that is not to fear it. It can be a fearful thing, because our dream life takes us a long way from the reality that we experience every day, even though in some ways it's very close to it. In fact, I would actually suggest that maybe that is the real reality. And as we come to the end of the moon cycle, and we are very, very close to that now, just 4 days from new moon, It's a good time to be thinking of what do you need to banish, getting rid of things out of your life, things which no longer serve you, or making things serve you, perhaps is the thing to do, because we can't always clear everything away. But we need to be thinking about that. We need to be moving on from projects that have lost their kind of, their shelf life. Good ideas have a shelf life. If you've got lots of good ideas that haven't quite happened yet and the time's gone past and you're beginning to feel a bit guilty about them, start thinking about moving on beyond those, because it's time to get the new seeds ready to sow during the next moon cycle. Of course, Mercury's still retrograde. We are actually now into the Mercury retrograde phase intensified. It's the second time it gets intensified around about the retrograde station. That was 22nd, 23rd of March. Now it's become intense again since Tuesday the 10th. It's actually going to go on and on until Sunday the 15th, when Mercury actually goes direct again. Then it's all over bar the shouting. Then the heat is off. Although I don't know why we call it heat. I think we just worry too much about Mercury. These things are bound to happen. They come through at the Mercury retrograde time, because that is the way the universe hangs together. And speaking of the way the universe hangs together, let's have a quick look at spaceweather.com. The solar wind speed is still up. The density of the protons is falling slightly now. We are definitely over the hill, as it were, over the hill of that big geomagnetic storm system that's been buffeting us. We are still there. There is still likely to be G1 class geomagnetic storms going on, possibly polar storms as well, in that sense. No sunspots at all, though, on the face of the sun. Everything's looking positive there. So great. Thanks again for joining me, folks. I hope you're enjoying this. I hope I'm making some new friends as well, because I'm now trying to upload these the night before in UK time, because, of course, the rest of the world is always going on. There's no stopping it. So if that's you, welcome. Thanks very much to my new subscriber. It's always good to see the subscribers going up. It's always good to see the views going up. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you've enjoyed the video. Leave me a comment. We'll share the journey. And if you'd like to subscribe, that would be brilliant. I'll see you tomorrow, my friends. Have a great day. Bye.